Priscilla is my older sister, and she married David almost a year ago, and they're coming for a visit, and Priscilla and I made dinner together. Priscilla is a much better cook than I am, and so it's always good to have her around because I can learn a few new recipes.
Michael, thank you. Are you trying to be a helper? That's oil.
It's not uncommon for our smoke alarm to go off, and so probably says my cooking is not very good and that I have a tendency to burn something. You know, it's better to just have like one item burnt instead of the whole meal.
It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel, TGIF. It's June 25th. I hope you're having a great day. I am ready to go because I have some tea, kind of, sort of. I've been diving into Britney Spears lately and that whole world. But I noticed this morning there was some Duggar tea that y'all might want to know about because one of Josh Duggar and Anna Duggar's kids is not in Arkansas. And these photos were actually shared by her sister's husband. So David and Priscilla Waller. Well, I guess Marcus is hanging out with Priscilla and David because he's been attending vacation Bible school at David Waller's church. So I actually was kind of shocked when I saw the photos of Marcus because I was like, they have to know right now that this would be crazy to post these because everyone's going to realize that Marcus is not in Arkansas. There's been a lot of questions about where the kids are and what's going on with the kids, and are the kids with Anna? Does Anna have custody of the kids? Are there custody issues going on? Well, at least one of the kids is not with Anna, and it's not clear if Anna's with, and it's clear that at least one of the kids is with David and Priscilla, but it's not clear if Anna is actually in Texas with him. And given that a number of photos were shared, I don't know if other Duggar kids were there as well, or if it's just Marcus that she sent down. But this is an interesting development because there's been a lot of questions about whether or not she has been allowing Josh to see his kids and what they're doing for the kids in the middle of all of this chaos. Here's how it plays out. If you know anything about the Duggars, you know that Anna Duggar is very close to her sister Priscilla. So Anna and Priscilla are pretty close in age. Priscilla is older than Anna. Priscilla and David actually got married a little bit after Josh and Anna got married, and they have had a bunch of kids. I think she's had 5 kids in a very short time frame, maybe 6. She is on track to outpace the amount of kids that Miss Anna has. So they had been working for the Institute in Basic Life Principles. So David, for years, had been doing various seminars and doing some outreach and doing some of the youth programs within the Institute in Basic Life Principles, and only recently left the organization when he was given a job as a pastor in Texas. So David and Priscilla moved their family down to Texas, and David has been pastoring a Baptist church. So David Waller and Priscilla are still even though they've left working for the Institute in Basic Life Principles, they're still very involved in the Institute in Basic Life Principles. In fact, they were just at a camp not long ago, according to their Instagram. So David and Priscilla were just at family camp in April for the Institute in Basic Life Principles. So on Instagram, they shared this and they said, Priscilla and I are blessed to be at the Big Sandy Family Conference this week. Family Conference is one our children look forward to so much, to the children's programs, and we always hear an inspiring message packed with rich insight from God's Word. So the Family Conference is the one that Jim Bob Duggar was slated to speak at and abruptly disappeared from on the week that Josh was arrested. And if you remember, Josh was arrested on April 28th. So they actually didn't make a ton of public posts they didn't post again for about another week. And, you know, a lot of people were like, are the Wallers going to say anything? Is Priscilla going to say anything? They really haven't said anything at all. And my guess is that because Priscilla and Anna are so close, that Priscilla is likely not going to talk about it with anyone. because I'm sure she's going to support her sister no matter what. This also means that if she is still very connected to Priscilla and David, there's a high probability that she's not getting advice from these people to leave Josh because they don't believe in divorce. But the notable difference here is sending Marcus down to Texas. So it's unclear at what point the kids were sent to Texas. It's unclear really at all if they've been down there if they're just going down there for vacation Bible school, or if they're going down there to stay to get away from what's going on. There's a lot of press that's in Arkansas at this point in time, so it's not clear if they just want to get them away from all of the chaos that Josh has brought to Arkansas as they await the trial, or if it's just to give them some semblance of normalcy so that they can spend time with their cousins. David and Priscilla have a son that's close in age to Marcus, so it could be something as simple as that. Now, they also have 2 girls. They have 2 girls and 3 boys, and one of the boys is a baby. So she's had 5 kids in a very short period of time. They have a vacation Bible school going on, and Marcus is seen in a bunch of photos, okay? And no other kids from the Duggars are shown, and I'm assuming not every child that was at vacation Bible school is in these photos, right? So they shared all of this on their Instagram and on their Facebook. So on their Facebook, they said, Vacation Bible School is flying by. Today was water day, and they did like this water event where they were like passing around sponges and drenching each other and doing like relays. And then a couple days before that, they said highlights from the second day of Cosmic Crusade Vacation Bible School. And this is a pretty fundamentalist church that, you know, is heavily like very much, David being so heavily indoctrinated into the IBLP, the fundamentalist aspect of this church is going to be very clear. A lot of the girls that attend this church seem to wear dresses or skirts. So the church has an Instagram and has a Facebook, okay? So one of my subscribers contacts me this morning and they're like, oh, I just saw these kids on David's church. Looks like Marcus is down there. And then I posted a photo and I said, oh, looks like Marcus is with his aunt and uncle. Cool, cool. And then David subsequently privated the church Instagram page. So they knew ahead of time that they had one of the Duggar kids with them. And I'm guessing they knew that when they were publishing these photos that Marcus was in these photos, and yet they still posted the photos. And they have to realize that there's lots of people that follow these pages. I mean, I follow David and Priscilla regardless, and I have followed their church page for a long time. I often will check in to see what David's preaching about, to see if there's anything relevant going on, if he's talking about Josh at all or whatever's happening. So I just find it ironic, which made me kind of wonder, do you think Jim Bob made a call to David and been like, you posted some photos of my grandson, take him down? Or maybe Anna talked to him and said, what's going on here? Why are you posting photos of Marcus? The kids haven't been seen out at all since the arrest. They only posted one photo of Michael on his birthday. The photo they posted of Marcus on his birthday was an older photo, so it wasn't a new photo of any sort of celebrations. It was like an older photo they posted on Marcus's birthday, which makes me wonder, how long has Marcus actually been down there? And if Michael is home with Anna, are there other kids that are down in Texas, and why are some of the kids down with Priscilla and some of them up with Anna? Is she having problems? Is she considering sending the kids away? Does she need help because she's got so many kids? Is she going to test the waters and move down to Texas after everything is said and done? You know, if she actually left the Duggars and like went down to David and Priscilla's place, well, it's not great. It's at least a step better because she'd be a little bit more independent, but then she wouldn't have the Duggars' money to live off of and to help pay for her family. So I don't know how that would work. And Priscilla and David being so entrenched in the IBLP, and that's the family that she's leaning on right now, tells me where Anna's mindset is. And that is that she's still very much with Josh and still very much indoctrinated into this world and not going to leave him, because as long as she's associating with Priscilla and with David and with anyone related to the IBLP, no one from that group is going to tell her to divorce Josh, like at all. They're going to make her a lot of the sad thing is some of them might blame her for what Josh did, which is horrible. At the end of the day, Marcus is with Priscilla and David, and I don't know what's going on with the other kids. There's been questions about if there has been a CPS investigation. Could there be something related to that? I have no idea. It seems like a stretch, though, to consider that they would send him down to Texas. But it's also odd that it's just one son that's down in Texas. So could there be other kids there that we just didn't see in the photos? Maybe. Anna hasn't said anything. The Duggars haven't posted anything. And as soon as we find the photos, the Duggars have some influence to getting David to lock down this page. The page of a church goes private, which is weird because the Facebook page is still up and the photos are still up on their Facebook page. So they've removed the access on Instagram, but it's still available on Facebook. They need to get like smarter about this, I guess. Either way, at least he's safe and away from the chaos. At least he's safe with David and Priscilla. It makes me wonder if other kids have been placed with other family members. Like, I wonder if she's sort of like asked different siblings to help her out with the kids, or if she has all of the kids. I wonder if she's trying to focus her time and energy on Josh and not so much on the kids. She has got at least a few of the kids with her. This is just a confusing mess. What do you think this is all about? Do you think it's that they're just giving him a break? Do you think he just went for a visit? And why do you think all the secrecy? Like, why do you think as soon as we discover this, they suddenly private their page? And why is it that they were so open to post the photos, knowing that they were posting photos of their nephew, and then they all of a sudden like didn't realize that people would find them? Come on. The snarkers find everything. And these were actually found by one of my subscribers. So what are your thoughts about this? Is there trouble in paradise? Is there custody issues going on here? Could there be potential custody ramifications happening there? Is there something going on with specifically just Marcus? I don't know. But for now, Marcus is with his aunt and uncle. He looks to be doing well. And I have no idea where Anna is. I'm guessing Anna is still in Arkansas. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye.